What you're looking at here is my horrible first attempt back in 2019 to create a mermaid activity book after I purchased a cool maze creation software and a package of mermaid line drawings that came with a commercial license. But just like Thomas Edison said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. So if we were to pop inside of the KDP bookshelf and scroll down and take a look at this book, if you were to go into the actual setup of the book, the cover was created with the tool inside of your Amazon bookshelf. When you scroll down and you go to the next step, which is paperback content, after you sign an ISB and you set up your print options and you upload your manuscript, under book cover, you can launch Cover Creator. And at the time, this was the tool that I thought people were using to create covers. So this is how I created my cover for Mermaids and Mazes. And then of course, once I created it, I saved it and published it. And as you can see inside the print viewer, this is the way it came out. All in all, not terrible, but the deal is at this point, I had no idea whatsoever about how to do research and to really think about what people were buying and who they were buying it for. So obviously, Mermaids and Mazes, Volume 1, the cover was quite lacking. And even the interior, when you come inside, at this point, all I knew how to do was create single pages with the line drawings that I purchased and the mazes that I was creating from the maze tool. And as you can see, all I did was simply create a book with different pages with line drawings that you could color and mazes that you could complete or be seen as an activity. And like I said, at that point, going to Amazon and simply typing in mermaid activity books for kids and then looking the results and seeing what the competition was like as far as the cover itself, what a good cover looked like, and what the inside of an activity book, inside of the niche of mermaids, what it looked like, what it should look like, again, who and what the cover should appeal to, as well as the interior of the book, and the fact that it had multiple activities, in this case to include coloring and mazes. And just like I never went to Amazon and typed in mermaid activity book, it never occurred to me to go to Fiverr and type in a coloring book cover and simply just order a cover from one of the people that you see here that would have been 100 times better than the cover that I created. But again, going back to what Edison said, I didn't fail because I actually pushed publish on that book. And now I know so much more, and it includes things like what you see here, simply going to Fiverr, spending $5 to $10 and getting a cover that is 1,000 times better than what I could create. Also, going to Creative Fabrica and looking up mermaid coloring pages and seeing what is available here and things that I could use as far as adding backgrounds to the single images on the pages that I created. Or going to Creative Market even and looking at some of the different things here as far as the illustrations that they have and seeing if I could have taken some of this and created a cover. For example, this mermaid illustration pack. Here are some great mermaids that I could probably download and use over in Canva now that I understand how to create pages, create different colors by going in and simply doing something like this and creating these types of covers that you see here by simply going to Add Page, go to Element, and type in something like Gradient and getting an idea for the different color schemes, the different things available, and the simple fact that you can click on this and then create something like you see here where it has some really nice color that pops, that comes together, that looks more like a coloring book. And then even taking it a step further and going to coolers.co, the super fast color scheme generator, and understanding that you could start up this generator. And then once you start the generator, you can get an idea for colors that match by simply locking one of the colors and then just exploring the different color matches and the way that you can generate color palettes and add these colors together to go back to Canva and to create something on your own to learn even more about how to do this yourself if you don't want to take the time and spend the money to go to Fiverr and outsource this after you've come to Amazon and went through the research process by looking at the covers, understanding what appeals to the people buying these books, by taking a look at the cover, clicking on the book, looking inside the book, and coming up with a complete picture of what a good cover looks like and what an interior looks like. That's not just a simple line drawing and then taking it a step further and adding additional activities just like what you see here on the back cover of this book. Here you can see a maze, but it's in the shape of a shell, and it includes a fish and the idea of helping your fish friend find his way home. So at this point, I think you get the idea of this video. Yes, this book is terrible. It is extremely ugly. It's horrible. But the things that I learned by creating and publishing this book are absolutely priceless in my journey of creating more books and actually making this into a profitable business. So don't be afraid to create, but also don't be afraid to take the time to do some real research, understand and learn what people want, what they're going to buy, what they're going to like. And you do that by going into Amazon, looking at the competition, seeing what sells, taking a look at the star ratings, looking at those star ratings and the reviews, understanding what people like, what they don't like, making a better book than what you created from your first try, and continue on with your journey of creating real books for real people. And simply understand that this is a marathon, not a sprint, and the race is won with tons and tons of practice. And go ahead, keep doing your research. Don't be discouraged. Click on the video you see on the screen right now to learn more about research. Click that, watch that. I'll see you inside there, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.